Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Nikki and this is Into Beauty. And today we're going to do another quick video. This is going to be another Signature 5. And we're going to talk about face brushes. Because your brush makes so much difference. People can't understand how much of a difference it makes. So I'm going to discuss the top 5 shapes of brushes that I use the most. And I will give you some examples so you can purchase 1 or 2. And I will give you at the end a few specialty brushes that I use sometimes. Sometimes I use them a lot, but those are just one-offs. Okay, let's start. For concealer, I prefer to blend out my concealer with a fluffy brush. I will apply a little bit of the concealer underneath my eyes and I will blend it out with a fluffy brush. I have 3 brushes over here that I like to use often. They are really similar in terms of the bristles. They're not exactly the same shape, but they do have the same type of bristle. Those are more sparse brushes, and you can see in the top they have more light fluffy brushes and more dense during the handle. This one is the Real Techniques Cat and Paw, the 242. This one fits perfectly underneath the eyes. You can also pick up some powder with it, but this one blends beautifully your concealer. And this is about 10 bucks, I believe, so a really good price. Another on the low spectrum I love is the Morphe one. This is the M131, a really beautiful new release. And you can really see the difference in density in this brush. You can blend your concealer out really simple. You can set it if you want with this brush. Not the same time, you have to wash it first, but it picks up lovely powder and you can actually blend out your concealer really well. With those brushes I tend to have flawless under eyes for concealer. It really makes a difference for me. And the last one is probably my most used one. This is the BK Beauty collab with Nikki a la Rose. This is the N16. So a beautiful brush again. Lovely density towards the bottom and fluffy on the ends. And this is my most used concealer brush. I will use it to blend out, I will use it to powder, but usually for cream products. I can even do my contour with this if I want to, or clean up underneath the brow bone if I want to really diffuse it but not disturb the eyeshadow. So this is a must-have for me. If you get one brush from those 3, pick out this one. The pack of the Nikki a la Rose brushes is amazing and I can't wait for the new pack. Then we have foundation, and for foundation I prefer an angled brush. There are many more shapes that I actually really enjoy, but this type of brush I love the most. This is the Rose & Bend C42. You can probably see this one all the time in my foundation reviews. I absolutely love this one. Yes, it's dirty, I just used it, but it's a beautiful brush and I love this. I will buy more because I have now 2 and it's too little. I have to wash them too often. So yes, absolutely kicker. Then Morphe came out with this one and I bought it separately, so it's not in the pack. This one is the M103 and it's a really good similar shape. I do prefer the density of the Rose & Bend more. This is more bristles packed together, but this is the same shape. So if you want a more budget alternative, I would grab this one, but I still love this one better. So please be aware of that. Yes, I also have the packs from Jessup. Those are beautiful as well. Lovely shapes, but I prefer this shape for my foundation. And I have the Makeup by Mario brush coming to me. So I don't have it yet, but I know it's beautiful because of the shape. I used to have it, but mine got lost, so I don't have it anymore. Then in terms of powder, bronzer powder for all over the face, I use this shape. As you can see, these are really big fluffy brushes, but not immensely big. Because if you use a huge brush, this is the brush from Sigma next to this one. This one is the F78 and this one is the F24. You could obviously see which one suits better. I do love this one if I just want an all over bronze. To be quickly, I can bronze up my skin really easy, and that's the only part that I use it for. But no, for a regular day I use this one. This is the 24, like I said. Yes, all my brushes are dirty. I'm not washing them for this video. I'm sorry. This is a beautiful density. Not too much, but not too little. It will pick up powder beautifully. It's fluffy. It's airy, as you can see. And you can really press it in like bronzer or powder. You can really smooth it out. And it will apply beautifully. The one from Morphe in M162 is really similar, but a bit more dense. So it is still fluffy, but this is a bit more of a dense brush. Still a beautiful, beautiful shape. I really, really like this brush, and especially for bronzer, I apply this one a lot. Then you have a similar brush from BK Beauty. This one is the 104. This one is more similar towards the Sigma 1, more fluffy, less dense, really beautiful, and the quality is amazing. One that I usually pick up next to the Sigma 1, one or the other. This is usually my go-to powder brush. It Cosmetics, this one is a limited edition handle, but they still have this brush. I'm not sure what it's called because mine rubbed off, but a beautiful brush. It Cosmetics has beautiful brushes, and I really love this one. As you can see, there's still some powder left. It's a bit in between the density, so it's a bit more dense than the BK Beauty one and the Sigma one, but less dense than the Morphe one. I do love the brushes from It Cosmetics. They are beautifully made, and this one blends out beautifully as well. These are a bit shorter because it's the travel pack, so I usually grab this one for travel. And a recent addition when I was researching for this video is the Real Techniques brush. This is a dual-ended one. It's 104 and 105. And this is a beautiful, fluffy, less dense brush. It's a bit smaller, but just a hair. You will see that this one has more of a cone shape and this one is a bit more rounded. But they are similar and will apply similarly. If you want a more affordable alternative, this one is the 105 or the 104. This is a really small one. I use this one more for blush. Then we go to cream products, and I love using a dense brush for my cream products, like cream brush, cream bronzer or cream contour. These are the brushes that I use. As you can see, really, really densely packed and different sizes as well. One that I use really often for blush is going to be the Anastasia A30. I have two of them and I use them both equally because they're gone before I can wash them. This is a really dense brush, but it spread out the product beautifully. It's a beautiful one for blush, just enough, not too much. You can really pack it on, and it is a gorgeous application. I wouldn't use this one for cream bronzer though, maybe for cream contour because it will hug your cheek beautifully. A bit bigger is going to be the one from It Cosmetics. This is actually the foundation brush with the concealer brush on the end. I love using this one for foundation as well, but this one is really good for your cream bronzer as well because it fits perfectly. It's the right size. You can apply quite a bit without using too much, and the other side is perfect for nose contour. Don't sleep on this brush for your cream products because yes, it's a beautiful foundation brush, but at the same time also really good for your cream bronzer or contour. And then we have this one from Jessup. This is a dual-ended one in F04, and this side is a beautiful one for that really densely packed bristle, perfect for your cream blush or cream bronzer. You will apply more cream blush with this one because it's a bit bigger, but at the same time it will fit perfectly, and you will have a really fluffy brush on the other side. You can apply some blush with it or even powder underneath the eyes. That's what I would use it for. Don't sleep on these brushes from Jessup. They are really beautiful and you can buy them on Amazon. And lastly from Morphe, this is the M104. It is a foundation brush, but again, just like the It Cosmetics one, a beautiful one for cream bronzer as well, because you can really hug your face with it. This is the one that is the most dense. So if you have a bronzer that is really light in pigment, use a very dense brush to really pack it on. And this one would be perfect for it. I do notice that the Morphe brushes, they are in my cup already getting scratched, even though they're just less than a month old. So I'm not a big fan of that. Then we have some powder brushes for blush or maybe bronzer or anything, these are the shape that I usually use. So a really small domed brush with light bristles. They have more bounce to them. For comparison, a regular powder brush, you could see the difference. These are way smaller because if you apply blush with this, it will cover your whole cheek. It's not pretty. This one is the Sigma F12. As you can see, really lightly packed on the top but densely on the bottom. A really beautiful dual fiber brush. Will hug your cheek really beautiful, especially good for a blush that is really pigmented. This one is from Nicki La Rose, the N15 again. This one is dirty. This is a beautiful, more dense brush than the Sigma one, but still really good in packing on some blush over here. This is one of my favorites. If you can buy anything from the brushes, grab the Nicki La Rose brush set. Beautiful. Then we have the Goss brush in 01. This is the one that isn't as dense as the other ones. This one is beautiful again for that less pigmented vibe. So if you have a blush that is really pigmented that you just have to tap and apply, use a really low density brush like this. It will apply beautifully and you won't get that streak of a clown blush. And lastly, my Hakuhodo one. This is a beautiful one as well. There are no numbers or names on the brush, it's just Hakuhodo. And yes, they're real, my husband bought them from the Hakuhodo website. And this is a beautiful, more dense brush than the Goss one, as you can see. This one fluffs way less than this one. But this one is beautiful for an everyday blush to really give that blush blindness. I know you all have that blush blindness. I know you do. I can see your TikToks. Those are the 5 shapes that I recommend for a beginner, or even if you are advanced and you would like to get some new brushes. Try those 5 shapes out and you will have every single brush for every single face look. If you do want to add some more, then you have to wait, because these are my most favorite brushes for that really snatched contour or bronze. First one up is going to be the C41 from Rose & Ben. Again, this one is a bit more wide than the regular one for foundation. I have used them for both, but this one is a bit less dense than the foundation brush. So perfectly for any cream product on your face like bronzer. For blush, it's a bit too big in my opinion, but it really applies beautifully. You can also use these for powder, of course, but I prefer cream. A similar shape is going to be the one from BK Beauty, the 101. This is also used as a foundation brush or a cream product brush. It's really dense, more in the terms of this C42 of the Rose & Ben one. This is more densely packed. This is a beautiful one to really stamp in that bronzer, or if you want to use as a foundation brush. I have used it often. It is actually dirty for my foundation. If you want a bit smaller brush, like for your contour or for your blush, I have 2 options. This one is from Morphe, the M242. It is a dual fiber brush, which makes it a bit more effective for your cream bronzer or contour. Even your blush you can apply, but I prefer your cream contour or bronzer with this one. And the Jessup F01 is really beautiful, a dual side. You will have a more precise one for your cream contour or your blush, and you will have a smaller one for even more definition or even on your nose. This is a version of the popular brush from Makeup by Mario. I actually really love this one. For setting underneath my eyes, I prefer 2 different shapes. This one is the Nicki La Rose from BK Beauty in N14. This is a beautifully bristled brush with a dome to it, with a dual fiber that fits perfectly underneath the eyes. If you want to do that, or around your nose, it's the best setting brush that I have found for small areas. Amazing, I want another. If you can't find that or don't want to buy that one, this one is from Colourpop or any brand that looks similar. This is the F33, but this one is more your highlighter brush. Lovely over here, but also underneath the eyes. Using a really fluffy big brush like this makes it a bit less crepey if you have dry under eyes. Don't set it with a puff, set it with a brush. You will have less crepiness underneath your eyes if you have dry under eyes. This will fit perfectly, or on your nose, the sides of your nose, and like I said, even your highlighter. Another beautiful brush from the Naked Yellow Rose line with BK Beauty is going to be the Duo Fiber brush, the N17. This I use for everything. You have one side with duo fiber and one side with regular. I use cream on this side and powder on the other side. I can do my blush, I can do my contour, I can do my under eye, I can set my face. I can do anything with this brush. If I just could buy one brush, it will be this one, because it could do it all. Cream, powder, anything. This is a must-have for me. And lastly, I am going to recommend you a shade for your potted concealer, because that real coverage, or your regular concealer, but you want more coverage, you will need to use a really dense brush and really stamp it on. If you use swiping motions or a more fluffy brush, you will just fade it away. The denser the brush, the more pigments, so it will make more coverage. This one is the Morphe 133, a beautiful dense brush, beautiful for spot concealing or more coverage underneath the eyes. Same goes for the Jessup one in F03. This is more angled. You could use it for powder as well, or your concealer. I use it for more coverage for my concealer because it's pretty dense. And if you use a powder with this, it could be a bit more cakey. And you can always use it for cream contour as well on your nose or on your cheek. Same goes for the dual-ended one. This one is the F06. You will have a beautiful, more dense concealer brush on this side. It is a bit less dense than the other one, so more perfect for blending out your concealer or powder. And you have a lovely eyeshadow brush type on the other side for your crease or contour on your nose. Real Techniques has a beautiful one as well with a dual fiber, but really dense, because you can really feel the firmness. This is the Real Techniques 210. Again, a beautiful brush for packing on that concealer or making sure you will have more coverage. And lastly, of course, Hakuhodo has the same brush. I bought it in a pack, and this is again a beautiful brush. It is a bit angled. You can pack on your concealer if you need more coverage or spot conceal. I use it for cream contour as well. A beautiful brush. But like I said, you don't need those brushes if you have the first 5 and maybe this one. You will have more than enough to do a perfect base every single time. Leave down below if you are team high-end brush or team low-end brush. I would love to know. And what signature 5 should I film next? I would really could use your help. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye guys!